Uh-oh, he's back at the table. What's going on? Guys, it's Friday. We got a cool little collection for you. Just to break up the week. You know, we try to mix it up and make it fun. Right here on my take on Home and Garden. Folks, today we got something really different. You know how when we do a collectible, it's all matches typically, right? It's all dinner plates, or it's all bronzes, or it's all teapots or cocoa pots. How about that teapot video, guys? The thing is going crazy. I would have never believed it. Anyway, today I'm doing something really different, and I'm calling it one-of-a-kind oddities in porcelain. And there's probably a few more around the house, but the main ones I think of, I wanted to show you. The first one, you'll probably laugh. This is the culprit, and I've told the story to a couple people that have asked way early in our videos on our channel. This little colonial mug, it's just a child's, copy. On the bottom it says made in occupied Japan. Now you know what that means. It's after 1945, so it's probably 46 or 47. Why I call it the culprit: the first thing I ever bought at a yard sale, and I went with my mother. This silly, now it's silly, but it's, like I say, it's a time machine. I know who was there, what time it was, where we were. It's incredible, and I still have it, but this is the fun. This is the culprit, and the very first thing I ever got at a yard sale. Now there is a first thing I got at an estate sale, and it's probably the same year, but that's another video, and it's a whole separate collection, and it's ultra cool too. This is what started it all, and I still have it. Are you ready? This was 15 cents, and I probably had $1 in coins on me at the time, and man, I felt like a king buying that for 15 cents. Here's another made in Japan. It's a tiny little vase, and what cracks me up about these is, they're made for children, but even adults would have them, because back in the 20s and 30s, you just didn't have a lot of money. It's a gentleman in a white tuxedo waiting for his date on a vase. It's actually a vase, but it's a child's vase, okay? Then, this incredible jewelry box, and some people won't get this, but I want to try to convey something to you about this. It's made in Japan. It's a little girl in kind of a high chair. Top comes off, and it's a little ring keeper box. It's almost homely, and what's so cool about it, way back when this was new, somebody thought this was great. That's what's so darn cool about the thing. That's why I like it. It's almost another dimension of thinking. I know some of you get it. Some things we'll see that again in this collection. They're almost misfits that nobody would want. So why do we want them? You know what I mean? But there was a day where somebody thought this was really special and great. So that's why we keep it. Now, speaking of special and great, we're going back to, this is obvious, 60s. And a friend of mine got me this. He had it. Him and his wife had it, and I went nuts. I said, I have to find that. My mother would have loved it. She had a lot of Jackie and John Kennedy stuff, a lot of books, you know. This is absolutely incredible because it's a President Kennedy in his chair, and it's a salt and pepper. He's the pepper with 3 holes, and the chair is the salt. If you look on the bottom, I just went nuts over it, and my buddy got it for me. I couldn't believe it. Come out of nowhere. He found it in an antique shop, and he had the exact thing. I went nuts over it. I just really appreciated that. He's out there, and he watches our channel, so he'll get to see that too. Now here's a little doozy. This, it has some lettering on the bottom. You can't make it out, but it is in the gold, 22 karat. It's either Bavarian or Austrian. And it's a cute little leaf dish, as you can see, with Lily of the Valley. Why? Well, my mother had to get it for me because, you know, I'm a May child, Taurus, and Lily of the Valley is the flower for that month. So I love it for those 2 things. She got it, and it's my birth month flower. So it's ultra cute. It doesn't, like I say, it doesn't go with anything. It doesn't match anything. I just mostly keep this stuff together on a shelf together, like the misfit toys, if you will. All right, so here's a cute vase. I should remember, Lefton. Okay, it's Lefton, the scale, and it's in the satin finish. It's real cute. I mean, you can hardly put anything in it. You could put a little tiny bunch in. This thing is really special. There's no legible mark, but just knowing how they do their stuff, this is Austrian, okay? It's fine bone china. It's real thin, so this is Austrian or Bavarian, and just the shape. I just have to have it alone. I don't know. Tell me if you agree. The colors here, the shape, it doesn't have the sugar bowl. I think if I found the sugar bowl, I'd go really do backflips for it. I'd really love that. Never know. When you're out, you could find that missing link, you know? So, what else do we have? Now, we're dipping way back, even right on the edge of turn of the century. And what cracks me up about saying that is, look at the objects and what was important to them at the time. This is so archaic. There's nothing finely detailed here at all. But this is important, okay, in the Victorian age. A flowered wheelbarrow. You have to do your yard work. You have to get around. And when you're done working in the yard all day, you can come in and be reminded of what you did all day on your shelf in your bedroom, right? So that's just one example. You aren't even going to believe it. Here's another one. Here's a little girl, like she's on a mission. She's got the wheelbarrow again. This one's real feminine. You girly girls will like that. It would certainly go with a lot of collections. All right, so now here's another wheelbarrow. Look at this. There's a big one. Now here's what I was saying about who come up with this is important now back then. It's a baby almost in a diaper playing well, it can't be a baby because it's got to be a little older, playing a squeeze box and hanging onto a wheelbarrow. Why is that important? I'm not sure, but it's so damn cute. You're gonna really laugh now. You think anything was funny at all. We got this last year. This isn't kicking around. I don't know. You know how you could pick up something that because you're bored and you couldn't find anything that day? That wasn't why. That wasn't the problem. There's something about it that says you have goofy things like this. Take me home. Okay. So we did. But back, you know, in the turn of the century, you had to have a child playing the squeeze box with a wheelbarrow vase in your room. You weren't even human if you didn't. So there's 3. Here's a similar look. And we got her last year too because of these odd pieces. Now it's a girl. She's probably on Grandpa's farm. She's got a wagon and it's by it. Well, I see wheels, but it's must be a water wagon because this is a water spout here in a spigot. But you see it's on wheels. She's checking the water and chasing the goose. And there's just something about it that's so darn cute. Now here's another little, anybody could imagine this. You know, this might have been a little shower present, a gift. There could have been a little flower in here. You know, there's bigger ones. It's probably made in Japan, unmarked. It's a little baby's stroller, or what do you call it? A cradle, maybe. There's no handle, but, and it's kind of in that category all by itself. Here's another in that idea of a wagon. This is really getting out there, and this is pushing toward, you can tell, that Art Nouveau style right around the 20s. And it's a whimsical wagon, and the girl's in a long dress with florals, and there's even plums. But I just thought it was so unique and different. We just picked it up because it was so nothing like it. You know, it's unmarked as usual. Probably Japan. Really cute. Now here's something that's my favorite piece of this collection. The skip rope jumping boy. I got him last year because he's too darn cute. I had to have it. It's a vase. But they look at the trouble they took to make this vase special. So, you know, back in the day when you only had a couple things that were personal, this might be the son's, and then the daughter had a girl vase. Who knows? But I loved it, and it's trimmed in gold, and it's so well done, the face and everything. It's got a CW on the bottom, so I should look it up and take more time to find it, but I just, you know, I'm not sure what that is. Last but not least, this one's really different, and I'm just nuts about them. This is made in Brazil. It's a ceramic piece, obviously, and it's a parrot, and he's got a piece of fruit he's working on, and he's gonna get that. It's probably a plum. It could be a peach. And I'm gonna ask you to tell me what was your favorite thing here and why, and it'll help me understand why we like it too, to prove or unprove that maybe we're losing it or that we're okay. So he's just wonderful. I put him around the 60s. Alrighty guys, look at, hopefully if you liked our video today, you'll give us a like, a share, a comment, a thumbs up, send your neighbor over. Get us a subscriber. You know we'll appreciate you. We do anyway. Even if you don't get us one. You're here now. Heck with it. Thanks, guys. And remember, you can follow us on Instagram. Just wanted to do something different for Friday and get you smiling. Forget all them goofy troubles. It's almost over. Take care, everybody. And work on that drawing if you haven't entered. And we'll see you in the next Over the Top collector video.